series winning run at second. 2 men down. Bottom of the ninth. 1-0 Tigers. Can you feel the tension here at Fenway Park? Strategy roll first. And that's a 10, nothing happening. Henneman will pitch to Rice. The fans here at Fenway are hoping for a hit. Tiger fans are hoping for a big play. Henneman will wind up. And here comes the pitch. Henneman, 4-6. That is at the park. Fenway Park. 1-4. And it is a ground ball to third. Getting over there is Brookins. He's got it. Pumps once. Pumps twice. Throws to first. That's your game. That's your series. The Detroit Tigers knock off the Boston Red Sox. Stadium barfs. Blah. Jim Rice, it's a ground ball to third. Picked up by Brookins. Throws to first. The Tigers are going back to their second straight league championship series.
Well, let's just hope that the Red Sox do a little bit better in my stream as they did there. Congratulations to the Detroit Tigers. They beat the Boston Red Sox at RJL's 1988 American League Divisional Series, and you saw it plausibly live here on Retro Sports Network by the score of 1-0. Pat Sheridan with a home run off, I believe, Roger Clemens in the ninth inning. That was it. The Red Sox had runners on second and third and 2 out. And Mike Henneman in a bind pitched to Jim Rice, and 1988 Jim Rice is just not as dangerous as other Jim Rices are concerned. And so it was a ground ball, and that's that for that. And so we'll give it a minute for the crowd to get in from that Tiger win over the Red Sox to go to the ALCS. And give me a minute to switch things over, because right now I'm just watching myself. But there you go. So what are we doing tonight? Well. We are doing the Red Sox and the Indians from 2001, 13 years later. Both of these teams are really in the hunt for the wild card at this point. The Yankees are in first place in the American League East and are going to be comfortably ahead probably the rest of the way. The Red Sox just get plagued by injuries as the second half of the season wears on, while the Indians, who were in first place in real life, are still looking up at the Chicago White Sox, for goodness gracious. This is game number 80 for the Indians and 82 for the Red Sox. They are halfway. The Red Sox are on pace for 96 wins. Do they get there? I don't really think that they do, but you just never know. So it will be on a rainy night in Cleveland this third day of July. Fireworks aplenty, as you saw from the open. It'll be the Cleveland Indians and the Boston Red Sox. And tomorrow, don't forget, is a live doubleheader, 11:30 Eastern Time in the morning, 8:30 Pacific. Cal Ripken, the feature in the early game. Well, with all that in mind, if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's blow this pop stand, shall we? As Retro Sports Network proudly presents 2001, an Action PC Season Odyssey. Tonight, from the Jacobs Field in Cleveland, Ohio, it is the Boston Red Sox and Cleveland Indians. And tonight's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. Can't promise Jamie will have the excitement that RJL had a moment ago. But we should have a good time anyway. Jake Westbrook, oh, by the way, gets the call for Cleveland. He's 23 years old, fastball at 91, a ground ball pitcher, making his first start. Yeah, actually, about 8:29, I saw that it was right down there, and so when I started the stream, I just hijacked his And so if you go back and watch, you can watch the end of that game before I go into this. Tremendous series. Congratulations to the Tigers, by the way. Westbrook making his first start, 2-1 with a save and an earned run average of 257. He'll end up making 5 other starts after this. He last pitched against the Yankees on the 27th, so a full week's rest. No, you can't have my water cat. He went 2 innings and an 8-2 loss. 31 pitches, 3 hits, a run it was earned, and a strikeout. So overall, 21 innings, 17 hits, 6 runs. The Cat's waiting for someone who's not coming home for another 3 hours. All earned, a home run allowed. He's walked 3 while striking out 13. And the one player who played in RJL's playoff game that's playing here is playing for the Indians. Yeah, 88 should be fun. That was going into my senior year. And there are 5 teams that could win the East. How you doing, Steeler fan? So here's the Red Sox lineup, and I remembered actually managed the Red Sox this time. Jose Offerman leads off at second base. Scott Hatteberg behind the plate bats second. Trot Nixon is in center field. Believe it or not, he'll go third. Manny Ramirez in left will be the cleanup hitter. Dante Bichette. His kid's got quite the haircut. No, he's the DH. He'll bat fifth. Brian Daubach at first will bat sixth. Chris Steins at third will go seventh. Troy O'Leary in right will bat eighth. And Lou Merlone at short will bat ninth. Tomo Oka is on the mound. This will be a bullpen game for everybody. He should throw about 90 pitches along with Westbrook. Will Cordero is a 2-1 in left. That's not Strat, so it's not good. Kenny Lofton is a 5 and a 3 in center. And Juan Gonzalez a 5 and a 7 in right. Russell Branyan, the man, the myth, the legend, is a 4 at third. Cabrera a 4 at short, so no. Wow. It'll be Robbie Alomar a 10 at second. Jim Thome a 4 at first. Anier Diaz an 8 and a 5 behind the plate, and Westbrook a 7 on the mound with a .950 fielding percentage. Mr. Wrestling, how are you, Brent? Offerman stepping in, by the way. It's a light rain, 80 degrees here in Cleveland. 3rd of July, fireworks after the game. Well, not as much as there were in RJL stream. $2.99 for Offerman, 4 homers and 24 RBI. And Westbrook starts this one with a little ground ball to Thome. Jim takes it to the bag, and that's how this one starts. Scott Hatteberg at 243, no homers and 8 RBI. Westbrook deals. Second verse to Thome, same as the first. 2 out. And I don't ever remember Trot Nixon playing center field, but what the hey. We're doing as played, so why not? 306, 18 homers, and 49 RBI. This is the first game of the second half of the Red Sox season. Pitch to Nixon, ball 4. So Westbrook lost him on a full count fastball low and in. And then I'll bring up Manny Ramirez. I wonder what kind of reception he got in real life. Coming back to Cleveland after all those years, hitting .307, 23 homers, and 75 RBI. Tremendous numbers from Manny. 2 out, runner on first. Struck him out. Westbrook got him looking, and that'll do it. No runs, no hits, and no errors. Half an inning in the books since the Red Sox nothing. Here come the Indians. Mr. Oka was not present for picture day. 25 years old, a fastball at 91, and a ground ball pitcher. Making his 8th start of the year, he's 3-2 with an earned run average of 631. His last start came against the Mariners May 10th, so he's coming off an injury. In 5 innings, he was Christmas tree, did not take a decision in a 9-8 win. Threw 100 pitches on the nose, 7 hits, 5 runs, all earned. 2 homers, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. I saw some of what Jamie wrote. 35 2/3 for Oka, 53 hits, 30 runs, 25 earned. Go take your Geritol, Jamie, you'll be fine. 8 homers, he walked 11 and struck out 31. Jamie had his first colonoscopy today. came home and yelled at some kids to get off your lawn, took a nap. I love my naps, by the way. And ordered your AARP card. Are you 50 yet? I didn't think you were that old. I did the home colonoscopy thing. I think I've relayed some of that story. Most of it I can't. Let's just say that my wife qualified for sainthood that day. Manny Ramirez, by the way, a 4 and a 2 and left. Trot Nixon is a 3 and a 7 in center. Troy O'Leary a 4 and a 2 in right. Chris Stein's a 3 at third. Berloni a 3 at short. Offerman a 4 at second. Dahlbach a 5 at first. Scott Hatterberg with a Robin Hood alarm of 1 is a 6 behind the plate. Oka is a 7 with a 917 fielding percentage. Lofton at 252, 6 homers and 25 RBI. Ellis Burks will bat second as a DH. Alomar going third at second. Juan Gonzalez cleans up in right. Tomey at first will bat fifth. Cordero in left goes sixth. Diaz behind the plate goes seventh. And you thought, well, I'm sober, Brent. Russell Branyan at third will bat eighth. And Cabrera at short will bat ninth. Westbrook threw 17 pitches in his half of the first. And Mr. Wrestling thought that Harry took the Cubs broadcast in strange directions. I don't have Steve Stone to keep me in line. Kenny at 252, 6 homers, 25 RBI. Oka deals ground ball to Merloni over to first. 1 out. Brings up Ellis Burks. Ellis a bit fatigued after advancing 13 years in a team in the time machine tonight at 240, 9 homers and 47 RBI. Burks up the middle, and that's going to drop in front of Nixon for a base hit. So that brings up Alomar. Roberto at 343. I have a feeling we'll be seeing him in Seattle next week. 10 homers and 54 RBI. Oka deals. Fly ball, left field. Manny will make the catch. 2 out. Ramirez, of course, in his days in Cleveland, was a right fielder, which is why they went out and signed Juan Gonzalez, hitting .367, 21 homers and 83 RBI. But he was only there the 1 year. Injuries got the best of him. 2 out. Oka deals. Struck him out. That'll do it. He swung on and missed. No runs, a hit, and no errors. After 1 inning, it's the Red Sox nothing, the Indians nothing. So Bichette, Dahlbach, and Steins to face Westbrook. Dante at 310, 3 homers and 17 RBI. Yeah, congrats on those age milestones. I never applied for the AARP card. Pitch to Bichette. There's a ground ball right side, base hit. So first hit for the Red Sox. Here's Dahlbach, 286, 12 homers and 42 RBI. Hopefully you guys are doing all right on this Tuesday night. Dahlbach strikes out, a 2-2 curve, swung on and missed. So 1 out for Chris Steins at 232, 2 homers and 10 RBI. Westbrook is ready. A light rain here in Cleveland. That'll put a damper on the post-game fireworks. 80 degrees, however. Wind's blowing out to left center at 5. Steins hits a slow ground ball. Cabrera to Alomar for 1. Over to Tomey, and it's a 6-4-3 double play. Get that all in there in one breath, Ron. No runs, a hit, and no errors. We go to the bottom of the second here in Cleveland. It's the Red Sox nothing, the Indians nothing. So Tomey, Cordero, and Diaz to face Oka here in the second. Jim hitting .369. Goodness. 19 homers and 59 RBI. Jamie says, yep, figured once you get the colonoscopy, it was time for the rest. Tomorrow, he'll get up early and wait out in front of Target before they open. Don't forget, if that 4 o'clock dinner theater is too late for you, Jamie, because I know you live in Florida, they do the same show at 2, and the smorgasbord is fresher. Pitch to Tomey, ball 4. Here's Will Cordero, 279, 5 homers, 19 RBI. Tomey drew a 4-pitch walk. Ball 4 was low and in, and Tomey not a threat to steal. Ground ball to Dauber, and O'Brien will take it to the bag himself for the out. If you are not familiar with Bernie Strom, oh, by the way, a regular here in the chat for these games, Liner Diaz at 257, a homer and 28 RBI. He debuted his first live YouTube game today, opening day of the 1950 Red Sox season, April 18th, just 73 years later after the fact, against the Yankees. He's doing that in PC replay, by the way. Not sure what time of day he'll be doing his games. I know that the Yankees were in the process of destroying Mel Parnell when I was watching. But if you just do a search for Bernie Strom, you can find the channel. He did a very good job, so congratulations, Bernie, on your first stream. Here's the pitch to Diaz. Ground ball to Daubach, takes it to the bag himself. Tomey moves to third. And there's 2 out for Russell Branyan at 225, 10 homers and 33 RBI. You should go wait in front of Costco, Jamie. At least the hot dogs will be there for you. Oka deals. Struck him out. Got him. Fastball at the belt, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Good afternoon. I forgot, it's only 5:46 Pacific. After 2, it's the Red Sox nothing, the Indians nothing. So O'Leary, Merlone, and Offerman to face Westbrook here in the third. Troy at 223, 7 homers and 23 RBI. Tomorrow, by the way, we're with you for that doubleheader starting at 11:30 Eastern. It's Dave Gardner's birthday, so if you see Ratcast in the chat, wish him a happy birthday. He's not here tonight because he's working, but tomorrow, just try to remember that. Pitch to O'Leary. Struck him out. Westbrook got him on a 1-2 fastball outside on the black. Brings up Merlone at 268, a home run and 7 RBI. Fly ball, right field. Gonzalez will make the catch, 2 out. Here's Offerman, opening 9 for Westbrook, 41 pitches out of his scheduled 90. First start of the year, 2 2/3, a hit, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. So the numbers are good, but the pitch count is high. Offerman is 0 for 1. Right to Alomar, behind the bag, a great play and a throw over to Tomey, and that'll do it. So no runs, no hits, and no errors, especially after the great play by Alomar. After 2.5, no score. I think we scared Mr. Wrestling away. It's Gilbert Cabrera, hitting 188. He had 287 at-bats for Cleveland. No homers on the replay, and 3 RBI. With Lofton and Burks to follow. Oka starts to third, strike 3. He swung on and missed a fastball on an 0-2 count. So Oka, 42 pitches for his opening 9, 2 1/3, a hit, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. Lofton is 0 for 1. Slow ground ball to Daubach, and that will be too risky, and Lofton has a single. Oh, you're still here, okay. Daubach made the play on the ground, but Lofton was already by him. Second hit for the Indians, and that'll bring up Burks, who singled his first time up. I didn't realize, speaking of Bernie's stream, that there was an automatic AI voice in PC Replay Baseball now. It was helping Bernie along with the play-by-play. Pitch to Burks. Ball 4, so first and second for Cleveland. 1 out for Alomar. Robbie's 0 for 1. 3-1 fastball missed away, and Burks knew better than to swing. So first and second, nobody, or 1 out here in the third. Is that true? He was using a voice today. It was doing the same thing that the AI Ron was doing. I think the game was live. It was just going strike out and just very generic things like you did with my voice. That's the next step for you, Brent. Program all the asides I do over the course of the game. Pitch to Alomar. Robbie hits a ground ball to Daubach, takes to the bag himself for the out. So runners on second and third, 2 out. Gonzalez struck out his first time up. It sounded like the exact same thing that you had, except for it wasn't me. Just very much struck him out. That's the inning. 2 runs, 2 hits, that sort of thing. No real descriptive play-by-play in the sense of one of us doing it. I'm not sure what he used. I think it's his wedding anniversary. I'll have to ask him. I mean, I'm on for 2 hours tomorrow. He might have done a mod. He did. He actually had Sherm Feller and John Kiley and all that. But it was very generic. And you, of course, are the king of that. Yeah, check him out, John. He'd appreciate that. Pitch to Wangan. Ground ball to Offerman, Jose, with a snap throw to first. And all that to say, no runs, a hit, and the Indians strand 2. We go to the 4th, no score. So it'll be Hanneberg, Nixon, and Ramirez. Scott 0 for 1 as we start the 4th, no score. It is now raining, heavily raining here. A bullpen game anyway. Wind's blowing out to left center at 19. Fireworks after the game. Ground ball to Westbrook. Over to Tomey. 1 out. So the field getting a bit soaked. Nixon, he's the one. He walked his first time up. And he'll walk again. Westbrook slams the ball back in the glove. Full count pitch, just missed low. Brings up Manny, who struck out his first time up. Bernie's also doing what he plays a number of games on a daily basis. He still might be doing Red Sox and Bruins and Celtics pre-plays and such. So yeah, he's doing the recaps on Blast Radio. Brent says, I've got to make an admission here. I've always begged for an improved version of Sammy Sosa baseball graphics. OOTP is there, but I like the look of action better. Don't be ashamed. I think OOTP does so hard to try to put as much stuff on the screen as possible. Steeler fan resub in 13 months. By the way, you can use your Prime and resub for free. Nick Bezos paid me the $2.50. Pitch to Manny. There's a fly ball to left. Cordero in the corner, and Will make the catch. And Nixon's going to hold. $13 months from our friend in Houston. Thank you so much. Dante Bichette singled his first time up. The lone hit for the Red Sox. 2 outs here in the 4th. No score. Anyway, back to the chalkboard here. I find it to be cleaner. A lot of people love OTP. Pitch to Bichette. Liner to left. That's going to drop in front of Cordero. That ball kicked up some water when it hit the turf. And Nixon's going to go to third without a throw. Get enough subs and I can fly to space with Jeff and Captain Kirk. I wonder how many subs would be required for them even to do that. You plan on talking me into buying Perfect Team soon? Probably not. That's just something I'm not really interested in. I know people who are. Here's Daubach. He struck out his first time up. Dauber swings the ground ball to Alomar. Goes to Cabrera for the out there. And that'll do it. After 3.5. No runs, a hit, no errors. So Red Sox nothing, the Indians nothing. So here are the standings. Remember, we don't do a lot of Tuesday games, but Wednesday being the holiday, that's the doubleheader. In the National League East, the Marlins still 4.5 over Philly and Atlanta. Atlanta really just can't get it going. Yeah, approximately 7.888 billion subs needed. You know, last year I think I was a number 3 board game streamer on Twitch. Which just goes to show people aren't streaming board games on Twitch. Wow. You got 300 hours since the release, huh? Good for you. Houston, Steeler fan now begging me to stop the replay as Houston is a 1.5 lead over the Cubs. 4.5 over St. Louis and Cincy. San Francisco, a 4-game lead over Arizona. Colorado 5, and we can say the Dodgers are out because Scotty's not watching, right? Yankees at 50 and 28, 3.5 over Boston. In the Central, Chicago was the best record in baseball. Wouldn't have guessed that. 4 games over Cleveland. Cleveland would have the wild card. And Seattle, just a 5-game lead over Oakland. The National League wild card would be Arizona. Wangan and Tomey 1 and 2 in batting in the American League. A-Rod 25 homers, Wangan's 80 RBI. Wangan 371. Cedeno with 38 steals. How you doing, Big Dave? Yep. Robbie Alomar 66 runs. Pedro the 1.70 ERA. Musina, Garcia, Colon, and Helling with 10 wins. Sasaki with 24 saves. Pedro with 153 strikeouts, and the league is only hitting 181 against him. Tomey walked his first time up. A scoreless game on a rainy night in Cleveland. Fly ball right field. O'Leary walking the beat and makes the catch. 1 out. Remember, at night, he becomes a bartender. Cordero is 0 for 1. Struck him out. Okay, got him on a 1-2 fastball. Here's Diaz. Einar is 0 for 1. Ground ball to Merloni. Over to Daubach. That will be 2. That's the side. Never mind. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 5th in the scoreless tie. So Steins, O'Leary, and Merloni. Chris grounded into a double play his first time up. Slow ground ball to Cabrera over to Tomey. And that is an out. 1 away. So a quick one here. O'Leary struck out his first time up. Grounds this one first base side. Tomey lets it roll foul. And the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. And then gets hit. Well, that's not what you want. Got him in the leg. And that'll bring up Merloni, who's 0 for 1. O'Leary not a threat to steal. Westbrook deals. Ball 4. So the Red Sox got something cooking here in the top of the 5th. For Jose Offerman, Westbrook, 18 batters, 73 pitches, 4 1/3, 2 hits, no runs, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Diaz and Westbrook converge, and Jake gets a strikeout. An 0-2 fastball in there at the knees. So here's Hatterberg. Scott, 0 for 2. Struck him out. Westbrook gets out of it. How about that? Swung on and missed. And halfway home, 45 degrees and cloudy here in Burlington. We had 88 last Thursday. You just never know. Springtime in Vermont. It's the Red Sox, nothing. The Indians, nothing. Well, if you joined us late, the 2001 Red Sox have as many runs tonight as the 1988 Red Sox did in their deciding playoff game on RJL's channel. And the 2001 Indians have scored as many runs as the real-life Guardians in Game 2 of an hour and 50-minute 1-0 ball game. So pitching is just good everywhere. Tomooka, his first start in about a month and 2 months. A 2-hitter through 4. He's walked 2 and struck out 4. Jake Westbrook, 2 hits through 5, 3 walks and 5 strikeouts. He might go another inning. Oka giving me the fatigue warning. Branyan is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. Ground ball to Daubach. 1 out. Yolbert Cabrera struck out his 1 time up. See what kind of memory that jogs up for Tribe fan. He walked. So a full count fastball missed high and outside. Or as Bob Uecker would say, just a bit outside. Brings up Lofton. Kenny 1 for 2 with a single. Oka, 81 pitches through his first 18, 4 1/3, 2 hits, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Throw to first. Cabrera back. There he goes. Hit and run was on. Swung on into the stands on the third base side, and somebody from Akron made that play. A 1-strike count to Lofton. Cabrera goes. Hatterberg throws down to Merloni, and Yolbert has his 4th steal of the year. So a 2-strike count, and the Indians have a runner in scoring position. Oka reaching the end of the line here in the 5th. Struck him out. An 0-2 curve, and Lofton chased. So 2 out for Ellis Burks. Ellis has singled and walked. Oka deals. Ground ball to Merloni. Lou through the muck and the mire throws over to Daubach, and that will retire the side. Steve Woodard coming in to pitch for Cleveland. We go to the 6th in a scoreless tie. So Woodard, making his 10th appearance, he's 0-1 with a 3.32 ERA. He eventually will make 10 starts. He's 26 years old, fastball at 86, and a ground ball pitcher. Last pitch 2 nights ago against Kansas City, or 2 days ago. That would have been a Sunday. In a 4-3 loss to Kansas City, he went 2 innings through 24 pitches and allowed a hit. 19 innings, 25 hits, 7 runs all earned, a homer, 6 walks, and 6 strikeouts. Trot is walked twice. And now he walks a 3rd time. Does that make him a lady? Here's Manny Ramirez once, twice, 3 times a lady. Manny Ramirez is 0 for 2 in the strikeout. Tribe fan, what was the reaction when Manny returned to Cleveland? This would be his first series back. Pitch to Manny. Fly ball left field. Cordero going way back there. And that ball is gone. A 2-run homer for Manny. And that will not endear him to the Cleveland fans at all. His 24th of the year. Woodard just kind of hung that one over the middle of the plate. That wall is pretty tall out there in left field. And someone getting drenched in the party seats just got a souvenir. Yolbert Cabrera and Forrest Gump have something in common. They were both shot in the bum. Yep, the booze raining down like the weather out there. Was Cabrera's a vitamin B12 shot or an actual bullet? We know that Tribe fan didn't like Manny's return. Here's Bichette. He singled twice. He's 2 for 2. Popped up. Cabrera, almost on the grass, will make the play. 1 out. Brings up Daubach. Brian is struck out once. He's 0 for 2. Woodard can go 75 pitches. Fly ball right field. Gonzalez will have that one hit the wall. So Woodard hasn't been all that effective. Daubach's in there with a stand-up double. And that's the 4th Red Sox hit. Steins is 0 for 2. He has grounded into a double play. And that ball is well hit. Cordero will make the catch. Daubach goes back to second. And with 2 outs, we'll keep his keister right on the bag. Brings up Troy O'Leary, who struck out and was hit by a pitch. Ground ball to Tomey. Jim takes it to the bag, and that will retire the side. But Manny Ramirez endears himself to the Cleveland fandom with a 2-run homer here in the top of the 6th. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors. Bottom of the 6th here at the Jake. 2-0 Red Sox. So Oka will face the heart of the Indian order. Alomar, Gonzalez, and Tomey. Roberto is 0 for 2. Oka deals, and Oka hits him. Oh, that was not well received. An 8-pitch at bat. And we'll come to get him. And so in comes Paxton Crawford. Crawford, one of the few pitchers ever busted for B12. He is 2-3 on the replay. A 5.84 ERA. Technically done for the year, but still on the active roster. 23 years old. Fastball at 90 and a ground ball plus pitcher. Finished his workup June 16th, so probably should be made inactive. In a 6-4 win against the Braves, he got the win. 2 innings, 39 pitches, a solo homer, 3 hits, and a walk. 37 innings, 49 hits, 27 runs, 24 earned, 6 homers allowed, 15 walks and 36 strikeouts. And probably shouldn't be active. Gonzalez is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Alomar leads off at first. Still raining here, 76 degrees. Winds blowing out to left center at 16. There goes Alomar. Fly ball left field. Manny going back, and this game is tied. So the replacement did his job. Same part of the ballpark. And that guy sitting out there getting rained on, drinking the watered down $7 buds, has gotten 2 souvenirs. And for Wangan, that's his 22nd of the year. Tribe fan feels better now. He hasn't typed it in yet, but he feels better now. Brings up Tommy, who is 0 for 1 with a walk. Make it 0 for 1 with 2 walks, as Tommy took 4 fastballs low and away. Brings up Cordero, who is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Ground ball, base hit right side, and there was much rejoicing, yay. So Paxton Crawford forgot to take his vitamin B12 shot. Here's Einar Diaz, he's 0 for 2. Sox will play for the bunt. Steins and Dahlbach coming in. There's a line drive center field, and Crawford's just not going to get anybody out, is he? Still nobody out here in the 6th, and now the bases are loaded. For Russell Branyan, who is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Crawford trying to climb out of a jam of his own making here in the 6th. Pitch to Branyan, fouled back, and the count is a ball and 2 strikes. So the count 1-2, deep breath, struck him out. A 1-2 off-speed pitch, and there's 1 out for Cabrera. He really was shot in the bum. He has walked and struck out. He's 0 for 1. Crawford deals. Ground ball to Maloney, might be 2. Offerman for 1. Over to Dahlbach, and that's 2. So Tommy cannot score in time, and the Red Sox get out of it. But not before Juan Gonzalez hits a 2-run homer. And after 6, it's the Red Sox 2, the Indians 2. So Maloney, Offerman, and Hatteberg to face Woodard. Lou has walked and is 0 for 1. In the left center field, Lofton rides the Schwinn, 1 out. And that'll bring up Offerman 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Liner to left field, Cordero will let it drop in front of him, and that's a single. So both teams 2 runs and 5 hits, no errors. The Red Sox have left on 6, the Indians 7. Hatteberg 0 for 3 with the strikeout. Ground ball to Alomar, might be 2. Cabrera for 1, and Hatteberg will beat out the throw. So a fielder's choice, 2 out for Trot Nixon, who has walked 3 times tonight. If the rain clears here in Cleveland before this one's done, they are here for fireworks on this 3rd of July. Right now, 75 degrees. The wind's blowing hard out to left center at 22. That guy out there at the picnic table who's caught both Manny and Ramirez and Juan Gonzalez's homer, trying to keep his Budweiser dry, waiting for a 3rd ball. Pitch to Nixon. Fly ball to right. Gonzalez in the corner. And that will be caught. Stretch time, 2-2. So it'll be Lofton, Burks, and Alomar to face Paxton Crawford here in the 7th. Kenny 1 for 3, a single and a strikeout. Slow ground ball to Daubach. Brian underhands it to Crawford. 1 out. Brings up Ellis Burks 1 for 2, a single and a walk. Right to Crawford, third base side, throws to Daubach, 2 out. So brings up Roberto Alomar. Robbie 0 for 2. Hit by a pitch and scored. In the 6th on the home run by Gonzalez. Up the middle, Offerman behind the bag, over to Daubach. And that will retire the side. Danny Baez coming in to pitch. We go to the 8th, it's still 2-2. Denise Baez, 23 years old, throws a splitter and the fastball at 94. Fly ball plus pitcher, only making his 3rd appearance. Was he involved in the Rocker deal? He has no record. An earned run average of, no, not May 14th. An earned run average of 338. He last pitched on July 2nd. In a 7-0 win against Kansas City. So yesterday. So this would be Manny Ramirez's first game back in Cleveland. Any homers. Isn't that nice? 2 innings, 31 pitches in that shutout. A walk and 3 strikeouts. So overall, 2 2/3. 3 hits. A run it was earned. He's walked 1 and struck out 3. Baez eventually will go 5 3 with an run average of 2.5. Manny, who homered in his return to Cleveland, 1 for 3, his 24th of the year. While driving in 77 now, he has 2 tonight. 2-2 tie, top of the 8th. Left center, Lofton coming in, 1 out. Dante Bichette, 2 for 3. Has singled twice. Struck him out. A fastball that just kind of dropped in there for strike 3. Diaz dropped it. The ball is wet. And he tagged him. So 2 out for Daubach. Brian has a double, a strikeout. He's 1 for 3. Popped up. Tommy. Battles the raindrops, makes the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom of the 8th here at the Jake. It's still 2-2. So here's Juan Gonzalez. He made everyone happy with his 2-run homer. In the bottom of the 6th, he's 1 for 3. He is now driven in 85. And yep, we will see him in Seattle next Wednesday night. Ground ball to Daubach. 1 out. Here's Tommy. Jim has walked twice and is 0 for 1. Offerman will get this one over to first. 2 out. So here's Cordero. Will 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Ground ball. Base hit up the middle. So a 2-out single for Cordero. And Omar Vizquel is going to pinch run. For Diaz at the plate, 1 for 3. He's got a single. So 2 out. It'll be Steins, O'Leary, and Merloni for the Red Sox in the 9th. Crawford, now in a downpour here, gets the sign. There's a liner to left that's going to squish in front of Manny. Vizquel with good speed. Manny does not have a good arm. And Manny will just chuck that back in the infield. He's a 4 and a 2. And they'll go with the lefty. They'll make the change. They'll bring in Pete Shurik. Got a pitching change in the rain this game coming to you from a plane headed to Spain. Shurik is 0-4 with a 5.77 earned run average. 32 years old, an extreme fly ball pitcher. That wind is now howling out there to center at 23. Fastball pitcher at 88. He's on a bit of rest, hasn't pitched since the 29th, a 6-3 loss to Toronto. Did not get the decision in that one. An inning, 13 pitches, and a strikeout. 34 and a third overall, 45 hits, 22 runs, all earned. Has given up 7 homers, has walked 7, and struck out 18. So runners on the corners, 2 outs for Branyan, who has struck out twice. He's 0 for 3. Shurik trying to find his footing on the wet mound. Delivers, and Branyan draws the walk, so they're loaded. Vizquel on third. Diaz on second. Branyan on first for Cabrera, who has walked, struck out, grounded into a double play, hit by a pitch, and stole the base. Indians trying to get a couple home right here in the bottom of the 8th. Pitch to Cabrera, struck him out, and the Indians leave him loaded. Bob Wickman coming in to pitch. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors. We go to the 9th, 2-2. So Wickman, the Indians' closer, is 1-2 with 15 saves. He's only made 25 appearances and an earned run average of .316. He's 32 years old, ground ball plus pitcher. Fastball at 92. Not a save situation in a tie game. He hasn't pitched in 10 days. June 21st, his last time out, a 3-2 win over the Twins. He went 1 inning, threw 18 pitches, allowed 2 hits, and struck out 2. And nailed down the save. 25 2/3 overall, 23 hits, 10 runs, 9 earned. 3 homers, he's walked 4, while striking out 30. Excuse me. It's late for me. It'll be Steins, O'Leary, and Merloni. Chris is 0 for 3 and has grounded into a double play. Lofton, Burks, and Alomar for the Indians in the bottom of the 9th. Wickman deals. Fly ball left field. Cordova takes over and left for Cordero and makes the catch, 1 out. Marty is a 6 and a 5 out there. That's the only change for Cleveland. O'Leary has a strikeout. He's 0 for 2. So they do not put in Vizquel to replace Cabrera. And outside of Wickman, who's a 2, everything else is the same except for Cordova. Struck him out. A 1-2 fastball swung on and missed. So 2 out for Merloni. Lou is 0 for 2 with a walk. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Red Sox. They've left on 7. 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Indians, and they've left on 10. Pitch to Blue, ground ball to Alomar. Robbie throws to first, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Cardiac time here at the Jake, 2-2. So Shurik will face Lofton. Kenny is 1 for 4, has singled and struck out. Strikes out. A 1-2 from Shurik on the inside part of the plate. And we'll come and get him. Rod Beck coming in. Got a pitching change. This game coming to you from the Jake in Cleveland, Ohio. So Beck, 33rd appearance. 2-2, a 3.54 ERA. Rod is 32. Curveball at 88. Or a fastball at 88. Curveball pitcher and a fly ball pitcher. Shooter. I wonder if he shoots dice. Last pitched on Dominion Day, or Confederation Day. In Toronto, a 6-5 loss, July 1st. Inning and a third, 29 pitches. Gave up a run, but was not the loser. Allowed a hit, a walk, and a strikeout overall. 40 2/3. 34 hits, 18 runs, 16 earned. 2 homers. He's walked 22 and struck out 31. Alomar on deck. Anyone should reach Juan Gonzalez. It was his 2-run homer in the 6th that has us where we are in a 2-2 tie. Pitch to Burks. Ellis pops it up left side. Steins through the heavy rain will make the catch. 2 out, so free baseball in a downpour on fireworks night here in Cleveland. For Alomar, who's 0 for 3, he has scored. Was hit by a pitch. Ball 4, and the winning run is on. Beck didn't like the call, I don't think. But 3-1 pitch was way inside. That was not a strike. So that'll bring up Juan Gonzalez. It was his home run in the 6th that tied this game. And so everybody's up on their feet trying to stay warm. On a wet, windy night in Cleveland, Beck throws to first, and Alomar is back. So everyone hooting and hollering. Beck takes a deep breath and deals, and there's a fly ball to right. We're going to get some free baseball. O'Leary makes the catch, and that will retire the side. Indians leave on a runner. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 10th in a 2-2 tie. And the crowd has been quiet a long time. So it'll be Offerman, Hatterberg, and Nixon as Wickman starts his 2nd inning. Offerman is singled and struck out. He's 1 for 4. Base hit left field. Cordova will pick it up. Another free baseball night. Yeah, I think we did last. Yeah, we did in the night game. We better not go extra the first game tomorrow, being in a doubleheader. Here's Hatterberg. Scott 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Wickman sets and fires. Gets away from Diaz a bit on ball 4. A 3-1 pitch outside, and it's 1st and 2nd. Nobody out for Nixon. With that man Manny on deck. You can hear the boos and the hisses as Manny comes out. Trott is walked 3 times. He's done that. Just that. Trotted to first. They're playing for the bunt. Thought about it for a quarter second. Diaz says, just throw strikes. He does. Strike 3, and that'll do it for Wickman. So a full count fastball swung on and missed. And Ricardo Rincon will come in to pitch. This game coming to you from a waterlogged Jacobs Field in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. So Rincon to face Manny Ramirez. Ricardo making his 33rd appearance. He's 31. Throws the slider and fastball at 89, a ground ball plus pitcher. He is 2-1 with an earned run average of 394. He last pitched on the first against the Royals in a 4-3 loss. He went 1 clean inning through 14 pitches. Overall, 29 2/3, 32 hits, 15 runs, 13 earned. He's given up 4 homers, 10 walks, and 26 strikeouts. And for those of you waiting for the fireworks, they are being kept dry by John Rocker's Locker. So first and second for Manny. It is 24th of the year in the 6th. And this turns out, I wasn't trying to do this way, to be Manny Ramirez's first game back in Cleveland after signing that free agent deal with the Red Sox. Pitch to Manny. Swung on, ground ball right field. Gonzalez will pick it up. Offerman kind of falls around third and will hold. So the infield playing in for Dante Bichette. Dante 2 for 4. Has singled twice and struck out. 1 out. A double play gets the Indians out of it. Tommy, Cordova, and Diaz in the bottom of the 10th. Bichette, base hit left field. Offerman will score. Hatterberg will round third and hold, and the Red Sox go up 3-2. So Derek Lowe starts to warm for the Red Sox. And they will pinch hit for Brian Daubach, who can hit a lefty. Darren Lewis will pinch hit, and Paul Shuey will come in to pitch. So Rincon can't retire anybody as the rain continues to pelt down like a Phil Collins song. Bottom of the 10th, 3-2 Boston. Or top of the 10th. Shuey is 1-2 with a save and an earned run average of 270. He's 30 years old. Hard thrower, splitter, and fastball at 97. And a ground ball plus pitcher. In that loss to Kansas City on Sunday, he went an inning through 21 pitches, walked a man, and struck out 2. Overall, 36 2/3, 30 hits, 11 runs, all earned, a homer. He has walked 18 while striking out 50. So bases still loaded. 3-2 score. Darren Lewis will remain in the ballgame, hitting .318, no homers and 10 RBI. As a pinch hitter, hitting .385 with an RBI. Right back up the box, Cabrera goes home and they get nobody. Well, I see what Cabrera was trying to do. He probably wasn't going to get 2. The run scores, and it's 4-2. So still 1 out for Steins now, who is 0 for 4. That is, by the way, a fielder's choice. Struck him out. So a 2-2 splitter, and there at the D's for strike 3. So Troy O'Leary is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. The Indians' offense is pretty strong. This one isn't done and dusted yet. Got him! So Shuey, 1 batter too late, struck out 2. He gets O'Leary for the 3rd time in the ballgame. Boston gets 2 on 3 hits and no errors. We go to the bottom of the 10th, 4-2 Red Sox. So the unlikely closer for Boston is Derek Lowe. Lowe is 6-3. He has 14 saves, an earned run average of .399. 28 years old, fastball at 93, and a ground ball plus pitcher. He's not great at closing the door. In 22 chances, he's only closed out 14. He has won, however, his last 5 decisions. He went 4 innings in that game against the Jays. 68 pitches, 3 hits, a run it was earned, and struck out 2. So overall, again, not numbers you really want from a closer. 56 in the 3rd innings, 61 hits, 28 runs, 25 earned, 2 homers allowed. He's walked 22 and struck out 57. He has not made a start, so he's had 2 games this year where he's gone 4+ innings. Right now, he just needs 3 outs. And Tommy looks like a hungry kitty at the plate. 0 for 2. He's walked twice. Look at that batting average, .426. So the rain continues to pour down here in Cleveland. And I'm missing a first baseman. Oh, come on. Shea Hillenbrand comes in. He's a 4. And now we're good to go. Tommy's still digging in. And it's a 4-3 ball game as Tommy just grooved that one into right field. My goodness, right in the bullpen. That's his 20th of the year, his first against the Red Sox, and now it's a 1-run game. We could be here till 11:30 tomorrow morning. So here's Marty Cordova, 315, 8 homers, 39 RBI. Defensive replacement for Will Cordero. Low deals. Fly ball, left field. Mac goes Manny, but Manran will track it down, 1 out. So Einar Diaz, who is 2 for 4. A single twice. All 3 Indian runs have come via the homer. Gonzalez in the 6th, and Tommy with a solo shot here in the 10th. Diaz into right. O'Leary. And so last chance saloon time here for the Indians. They need 1 more to tie and 2 to win the ball game. Branyan is 0 for 3. Russell has walked once and struck out twice. Pitch from Lowe. The game isn't over yet. He punches that one into center field for a single. So that's the 9th hit for Cleveland. So Yolbert Cabrera, 0 for 3. He does have a home run in real life. Has stolen a base, grounded into a double play, walked, and struck out twice. So again, last chance saloon for the Indians, but they have the winning run at the plate with 2 out. Low deals. Slow ground ball to Offerman. He goes to Hillenbrand, and the Red Sox survive. A good one here at the Jake, but the Red Sox hang on 4-3. So 4 hours and 13 minutes of simulated crappy weather. But at about 11 o'clock, you're going to get a fireworks show. Wake up the neighbors. 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Red Sox. They leave on 10. 3 runs, 9 hits, no errors for Cleveland. Hello Fresh, what's for dinner, John? What you bringing me for dinner? Cleveland left on 12. Good. Yeah, 88. Yeah, that good. Robert had a classic in a game 5. So Rod Beck gets the win. 5 innings for Oka with 2 hits, walked 3 and struck out 5. Beck 2/3 of an inning for a walk. Low, a bad 15th save. Yep. An inning, 2 hits, a run, the home run to Tomey but gets the save nonetheless. Wickman gets stuck with the loss, although Rincon should have been charged with it. Jake Westbrook, 5 scoreless innings, allowing 2 hits. And the bullpen did not do their job. The rest of this July 3rd in baseball for you before we say goodnight. Helps if I play the game. St. Louis beats Milwaukee 4-3. James 2-1. Wright 5-4. McGuire is 6th of the year. 1 for 2. Pittsburgh beat Cincinnati 4-0. Ritchie 5-9. Elmer Dessens 3-6. Vanderwall 2 for 4. Thai chili apricot barramundi. Oh, that does sound good. Chicago beats the Mets 5-2. Kerry Wood 9-2. Rick Reed 4-6. Sammy Sosa hits his 22nd of the year, 3 for 3 and drives in 2. Montreal beats Florida 2-1. Tony Armas Jr. 5-8. Ryan Dempster 8-5. Cowboy up. Kevin Millar 3 for 3 with a double. Phils beat the Braves 6-2. Person 4-6. Tommy Glavine falls to 6-5. And Doug Stratt Glanville 3 for 5. Royals double up the Tigers 4-2. Chad Durbin 4-6. Jose Lima 0-2. Sanchez 4 for 5. Tampa 9-2 over Toronto. Kennedy 3-1. McCulloch 3-5. Craig Vaughn 4 for 5, a double and a stolen base. Orioles beat the Yankees 10-7. That will be the opener of our doubleheader tomorrow. John Wasden 1-0. Kiesler 1-2. Gibbons 2 for 4, 2 homers. Now his 10 is driven in 3. By the way, Jason Tyner had 4 hits for Tampa. Arizona 7-0 over Houston. Kurt Schilling 11-3. Scott Ellerton 7-6. Louis Gonzalez 2 for 4. His 31st of the year and drives in 3. Seattle, the lead now is 3 as Texas beats them 10-7. Darren Oliver goes to 3-6. Aaron Seeley 7-3. Ichiro is 7th of the year, 3 for 5 and 2 RBI. Shy Sox beat the Twins 5-4. Alan Embry goes to 2-0. Brad Radke 4-10. Leifer is 9th of the year, 2-4. Woody Williams throws a 3-hitter, strikes out 6. He goes to 2-9 as they shut down the Rockies 5-0. Chacon 3-5. Phil Nevin 2 for 3 is 26th and drives in 3. Luke Prokopek, 8 innings of 3-hit ball, shuts down the Giants 10-0. 4-7. Yep, we're with you for a couple hours tomorrow. Levon Hernandez 8-7. Gary Sheffield 3 for 5, 2 RBI and 2 doubles. And last but not least, the A's beat the Angels 6-5. Magnotti 3-0. No rodents living in the Anaheim broadcast booth. Levine 4-6 now. Wooten 2 for 3, 6th of the year and drives in 3. Yankees and Orioles is the opener to our doubleheader. They'll be Clemens and Sidney Ponson, and the nightcap will be Philadelphia and Atlanta. So that's the lineup for you tomorrow. Yankees, Orioles, the day game. Someone wanted a Cal Ripken game. And then the Braves and the Phils, they're all looking up at Florida, but that's a big one there. And then the Thursday game will be Oakland and Arizona, and that's looking like a big one, as Oakland is making a run at Seattle. And then to close out the first half of the year, the Battle of Canada. Montreal and Toronto from Skydome. All right, thank you so much for watching. I'm Ron Juckett. We'll talk to you tomorrow at 11:30 for the Yankees and the Orioles, followed by the Phillies and the Braves. Have a good night, everybody.